What's up, everyone? Welcome to Saturday. I'm gonna attempt to play this hoops. Let me make sure I get it right here. Let me make sure I get it right. It's hoops, tabletop pro basketball, right here, and down here in front of me. Down here in front of me, I have the 1989-1990 Cleveland Cavaliers against the 1989-1990 Chicago Bulls. This is game one for the Cavaliers, and I'm going to play some of their games. I'm not going to play a whole season. There's way too many games for that. But I'm going to play around with the Cavaliers a little bit. So we've got, from left to right, we've got the point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center for both teams. So Mark Price, Craig Elo, Winston Bennett, Larry Nance, and Brad Daugherty. The Cavaliers were famous for whatever reason for starting somebody at small forward and then about 4 minutes in the game putting John Hot Rod Williams in. I don't know why. For the longest time, it was Mike Sanders, but he's not on this team, so I'm going to go with Winston Bennett to begin with. I don't really know much about the Bulls except they had Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. So we've got John Paxson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and Bill Cartwright on their team. So what we're going to do is I'm going to attempt to play a little bit of this. This will be the first time I've ever played it. I've watched some YouTube videos. I believe it was, and let me go ahead and pull this up so I don't get it wrong. I want to credit the channel that I've been watching. There are actually two of them that I've been watching. Let's see. So I'm looking at my YouTube history on my other screen here. So it's Rod's Tabletop Hoops is the channel. And I'll post the link to the tutorial video. It's like an hour and 20 minutes. I haven't watched the whole thing because it's so long, but it does give a really good way to play, how to show how to play the game. The other channel that I watched, and I'm scrolling through here looking for it. I know it's here. I think I said in the video yesterday when I did the opening that it's Pops. And I can't find it. Let me see if I can search. Apparently I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Holy cow. So it looks like it is, I want to search my history. Sorry, but I should have had this prepared beforehand, but I'm not exactly a professional. It was, you got Rod's Tabletop Hoops and Pop's Reviews. P-O-P-S, like Pop. Pop's Reviews are the two channels that I watched a lot of to learn how to play this. So I'm sure I'm going to stumble along the way since it's my first one, but let's give it a chance. I've got the five starters in front of me. I've got the two benches right here. I got the dice that I'm going to roll. I'm going to use two white dice for my 12s. And over here, I also have a 4-sided die. It's really small because I may need it. I'm not sure why, but I might need it. Come on. And I have a 10-sided die. I'm not sure why, but people seem to have that in their when they play the game. So I also over here have a clock, which I think I showed when on the unboxing. But here's my clock. This is how I'm gonna keep track. I'm not really sure why there's a clock here and the cards, because from what they said, 140 cards per half, I believe. So 70 per quarter. There's 140 cards in this deck, so I would know where I was for the most part. So I'm gonna use the clock, and when I get to the thing that says buzzer down here, I don't care how many cards I have left. That's how I'm gonna do it. And if it seems wrong, if it's like 6-4 at the end of the first quarter, I'll know that I did it wrong, and I'll correct it next time. So really, this is just trial and error right now. That's all I'm doing here. I also have a bit of a crazy dog who's running back and forth in here because my side door is right over there. And if he sees anything out the front, he comes running through and he goes outside and barks at him. So just, if you hear that, bear with me. So here we go. All right, so we're going to start with the jump ball. And let's get different colors here. I've got a red and a black. Cavaliers, their logo, the color up here on their card is black, and the Bulls is red. So we're gonna go highest offensive rebounder, I believe is what it is. And it's probably gonna be Larry Nance. Larry Nance has a 13. And for the Bulls, Horace Grant has a 15. Oh, Winston Bennett actually has a 14. Wow, so he has a 15. All right, so we're going to go Horace Grant versus, I'm going to go Larry Nance. Either way, it doesn't matter because the Bulls are going to have a +1 in advantage because they have the higher offensive rebounder. So let's just go ahead and do it. And we've got a 5 for the Cavaliers and a 3 for the Bulls. So the Cavs are going to win 5-4 actually and get the ball first. So the Cavaliers are going to start with it. I'm going to turn my first card, and we're going to see shooting guard. Let's see. Give me another die here. Give me I'll take the black one actually. So we got a shooting guard. So for the Cavaliers, that's going to be Craig Elo, one of my favorite players of all time. I really wish I had some good audio of Joe Tate yelling things like Craig Elo for 3. Well, actually that was their stadium announcer. But Joe Tate, Larry Nance, wham with the right hand. I miss Joe Tate. Anyway, so we're gonna go shooting guard. So that's Elo, and then defense. So you're gonna look at the guy who is defending him, and that's it's this guy, Michael Jordan, I think his name is. Never heard of him. So we're gonna look at his defensive column, which is right here. And let me just here early on. Let me see if I can show some cards to you guys so you see what they look like. So here's the. Let's see if this zooms right. There's the Michael Jordan card. So you got an inside. Oh, man, it does not zoom at all. You got an inside, an outside, an F is a fast break, and a D is defense. So in this case, we're going to look at the Michael Jordan defensive column to determine what happens with Craig Elo on offense. So I'm going to roll both dice. He gets an 11. So in the Michael Jordan D column, it says 3-point attempt. I don't know why it says /P. So am I already? Yeah. Am I already pausing to see what something says? Yes, I am. Hang on a sec. All right, I got it. Okay. So it's 3-point attempt /P, and I'll show you that again here. Right there. I rolled an 11 right there. 3-point attempt /P. And what that means is you check the offensive player. And if the offensive player is not a 3-point shooter, like for example, Winston Bennett, he wasn't a shooter at all, but see how he has a 3D in his outside column? That means he didn't shoot 3-pointers. But Craig Elo does not have that. So Craig Elo did shoot 3-pointers. So then what we do is we go to Craig Elo, we go to Jordan's defense D3 column, and we roll the dice. And this is going to be like the defense is actually what matters here, not Craig Elo's shooting percentage. So we'll shoot the 3, and it's an 11, and it's D3 2-4 is good. In this case, it wasn't good, so Craig Elo missed the 3-pointer. So I created this. I don't really have a good score sheet to use or something where I can like keep stats. So I don't have like a Pro Football Helper or that baseball one I was using. So I just created a quick Excel spreadsheet that I'll figure out later. I just wanted to get started here. So we'll go to Craig Elo's, and we'll just go 1. And then I tried to make it so that would like combine stats. Then over here we've got the teams. In fact, let me put Cleveland and Chicago. I can't type, people. There we go. Chicago. Okay. So I tried to put a funky score thing together that you can follow along with. Hopefully it all makes sense. So Craig Elo is 0 for 1. And you look down at the card now to see who gets the rebound. And actually the offensive small forward gets the rebound. That's going to be Winston Bennett pulling down an offensive rebound. It's kind of a pain to like pause and do all these stats, but I really like stats. It's the only reason I do this stuff. And then that's it. So now we're going to go ahead and flip a card and see what happens next. It's going to go to the point guard for Cleveland. And we know who that is. That's my favorite player, Mark Price. So he's there. And then the defense, we're going to use the defense. So we're going to use John Paxson's defense to determine what happens. So we'll roll the dice. And under his defense, 9. So you've got a pass. So that means Price is going to pass it. So we'll flip a card. And every time I flip a card, I move the clock. So now we're here. I have that yellow die on there. So now we're at the 11:39 mark. I'm going to do my best to keep track of player minutes because, I don't really know how I'm going to do substitutions in this game. I can't use the same save 5 players all the way through the entire game like I would in football. I'm rolling for locators in football. Here, you don't really do that. So I'm going to do my best. There's a minutes per game, like Mark Price, 37 minutes per game. Elo, 36. Jordan, 39. I'm going to try to do my best to get that. What is it? 50 60 minutes in basketball, right? 15-minute quarters, or is it 12-minute quarters? I think it's 12-minute quarters now. I don't even remember. That's how much basketball I watch. I think it's 12-minute quarters. So that's, 48 minutes a game. So Jordan can come out for 7 minutes, things like that. So we're at 11:39 to go. No score. Cavaliers with the ball. Mark Price is going to pass. Yep. So he's going to pass to. So this card has an asterisk 5 on it, which means if we look at player cards, let's see. See how Brad Daugherty has a 3 asterisks right there in his X? That means you have to have a 5 or higher to get the ball, and that helps. Like Jordan obviously has that, so that's going to help get the players that have the ball the most the ball. It's not going to be completely random. In this case, no Cleveland Cavalier has that, so we're going to have another pass. And I believe if you pass the ball 3 times, then the player who has it can just put up a shot. It's this which one is it? I don't remember which one of these dice rolls it is. I have to look it up if it happens. But let's go ahead and we have another pass because nobody had a times 5 or an asterisk 5. So then we go to back to the small forward, Winston Bennett. And it says on the card, offense 9. So there's an offense 9 right there. So in looking at Winston Bennett, he has a 1 through 5 inside and a 6 through 10 outside. So we'll use the outside column to see what happens. And he has a lot of passes here. So this potentially could be, I can't remember if it's a 24-second violation or if it's you can try to force a shot up. I think you can do either one, but I'm not really sure how to determine that. So we'll figure that out in a second. But let's see if he passes the ball. We have a 6, and it is a pass. So that is going to be either a 24-second violation, or he's going to try to force a shot up. And let me go to the rules and see what it says. All right, so I found the forced shot situation. So if it's a pass, and I know there's more to it than that, but you can see right above that that OR9, there's an FS 3 to 6 and a :2. That means if they're on the outside, then it's a 3 to 6, and if they're on the inside, it's a 3 to 6. You roll 2 dice, and if it's 3 to 6, it's good, and if it's anything else, it's bad. It's no good. And in this case, for who is this? Brad Daugherty. So yeah, so he has a 3 to 6 to make a 2-pointer, and he has to roll a 2 to make a 3-pointer. So there's 36 dice rolls. A 2 is only 1 dice roll, so he has a 1 out of 36 chance of making a 3-pointer. In this case, though, Winston Bennett was on the outside, and you can see that he has an NA there. So 4 shot, 3 to 6 for an inside, NA for a 3-pointer, which means he doesn't shoot 3-pointers. So that's just going to be a 24-second violation. And that's going to be a turnover on the Cavaliers. And that's going to be, I'll call it a turnover on Winston Bennett. I'm going to take some liberties here on doing stats just because I want to get through this. Let me center this column or it'll drive me crazy. Okay, so we've got 1 turnover now for the Cavaliers. And the ball goes back to Chicago. So we'll flip a card. We'll roll the dice. We're at 11:08, so we're 51 seconds in with no score yet. So we're going to start with the center, Bill Cartwright. And offense 4, so he's an inside shooter. So we're going to roll the dice on the inside for him. 4. And it says turnover, so he's going to turn it over. So now both teams have a turnover. And we're going to flip a card again. In real life, Chicago won this game 134 to 129, which had to be an enormous scoring amount for back in the late 80s, early 90s. But it did go into overtime. But half of Cleveland's team didn't play. Mark Price didn't play, Larry Nance didn't play, and Brad Daugherty didn't play, which was really strange. And they still took the Bulls to overtime. I'm not dealing with who played and who didn't, not yet. I just want to play the game, and I didn't buy this game to not play Mark Price in his first game because he was injured. I'm not doing that. All right, so Cavs ball. We're gonna go power forward. That's gonna be Larry Nance, and we're gonna play his defensive card. So we're gonna play Horace Grant, his D column for Larry Nance. 7, and Horace Grant gets a steal, and there's an FB. And I'll try to show it to you here. So you got a steal with an FB in the 7 on his D column since we used the defense. And that's going to be another turnover. That's going to be a Larry Nance turnover. And that's going to be a Horace Grant steal. And it says fast break. So on the same card, it says right here, fast break point guard. So that means it's going to go over to John Paxson. And we're going to roll. And then under F, right here, which one is it? F. Under F, right here's an F. He rolls a 3, and it says 3-point attempt. So now we're going to roll the dice. He's got a 2 through 6 and an 11. So you can see it says 3-point attempt right there. And then at the bottom, he's got 2 through 6 or 11. So he's a 3-point shooter. So we're going to roll. And it's a 6. So the 3-pointer is good for John Paxson. And that's going to put the Bulls up 3-0. And give him 3 points, and so on and so forth. So now with 10:17 to go, I did that wrong. Sorry. 10:48 to go in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Chicago on a 3-pointer by John Paxson. So we'll flip the next card. Oops. And it's going to get pushed into the center. So it's going to go to Brad Daugherty. Offense 2. So it's going to go to his inside column. We're going to roll. It's a 9. And it's another turnover. Come on now. It's their third turnover in 3 possessions or 4 possessions, whatever it's been. And it just says turnover. So I'm going to flip a card here. Maybe he just dribbled it off his knee out of bounds or something. So I'll flip a card. And it goes back to the point guard. So back to John Paxson. We're going to go offense 8. So that is his outside column. And he's got a bunch of passes here. He's got 1 3-point attempt. He's got a 2-point basket good. Mostly passing, though. So let's see. And we get a 4, and a 4 is a blank spot. So that's a missed shot. So Paxson misses a 2-pointer. And then right here it says, look at this rebound, if then else statement here. Offensive center, power forward, greater than 25, or offensive shooting guard, point guard. So for the Cavaliers, their defensive rebound, Daugherty is at 23, Larry Nance is at 13, or offensive shooting guard. Shooting guard for the Bulls is Jordan. He is at 8. And Paxson, point guard, is at 2. So that's going to go to Brad Daugherty for having the highest rating. So he'll get a defensive rebound. I think this thing goes a lot quicker if you don't keep stats, but I am who I am. All right, so it's going to go now to, we're going to flip a card, move our clock. 10:27 to go. It's going to the Cavaliers shooting guard, Craig Elo. Still 3-0. Low scoring defensive battle here, apparently. Cavs have 3 turnovers. Chicago has 1. So Craig Elo now, and it's going to be the defensive. So it's going to be Jordan. Oh, man. I mean, this is Elo's whole career, though, constantly being shut down by Jordan. So we're going to Jordan's defensive column because at the top of on the back of that card, it says defense. So we're going to roll in Jordan's defensive column. It's a 6, and that is a steal. So that is turnover number 4. Each one of the starters except Mark Price with the turnover. I'm sure he fouled him, and the refs just didn't call it. I mean, that's kind of how it was for Jordan. I'm not bitter. I'm going to talk about Jordan the same way I talk about John Elway, just so you know. So we're on a fast break now, so it's going to go back to the point guard. And under his fast break, we have a 6, and he's going to pass it. So we're going to flip a card. Oh, this is one of the ones that I need. There were 4 cards in the deck that I need to get out of there. Therefore, if you're playing with if you're playing without dice, and I only play with dice. So that's going to go to the center. So he passes it over to Bill Cartwright. And on defense, it's going to be the defense. So it's going to be Brad Daugherty's defensive card. It's a 7, and it's a basket defense. It's a basket. I'm not sure why there's a P there. Probably because we're here. Center. we could do? I don't know what the basket slash P is, so let me look that up. I'll be right back. All right, it's similar to the three-pointer stuff. So, like, for example, looking at Bill Cartwright's card, he has a 3D, but in this case, it was a basket slash P. Well, he doesn't have a 2D there. If he had a 2D, then it would be a pass instead of a basket. So it's going to be good. It's going to be Cartwright with his big, I remember he had a weird shooting style, big stiff straight arms or something like that. So it's going to be, wait, why is that a 3? Oh, whoops. Boom. My stats are off. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Go like this. Boom. And boom. All right, so it's going to be 5-0 Bulls. It's not starting out how I had hoped. It's 5-0 Bulls. We're going to go down to 10:06 to play. And we're going to flip a card here. It's going to go to the power forward for the Cavaliers. That's Larry Nance. And the defense is going to be, it's going to be Horace Grant's defensive card. So we're playing a lot on the defense here. Not getting to roll a lot on the Cavaliers, but defensive cards. So it's going to be this row here. Oh, we get a 5, and that is going to be a basket slash P, and he does not have the 2D thing. Nobody does in the starting lineup, which makes sense. Probably some of the bench guys who don't play much, who don't shoot much, would have that. So, so it's going to be good. So Larry Nance is going to make the first bucket for the Cavaliers. Oh, I forgot to check assists. Okay, so that's something you're supposed to check. You don't have to check it. It's actually down here. Assist PG 17. So Mark Price has a 28 on his card, so he's going to get the assist. And I forgot to do that for the 2 Bulls baskets. I'll do that going forward. All right, so we're going to flip a card. It's going to be 5-2 now. And we're down to 9:56 to play, and we're coming up to the first break. So here they have like the TV timeouts in orange. So 9:04. I guess that's what that is. I thought the TV timeouts were like every 4 minutes, but I'm going to go off of this. And on that break, that's where you could like make substitutions. Also on like fouls, all the normal places in a basketball game you can make substitutions. So, all right, so we flipped the card. It's going to go to the shooting guard. Wait, did I flip that? Yeah, it's going to go to the shooting guard, and that's Michael Jordan. Offense 6. So we're going to use his offense, his 6. Again, just so you know, it says here, I'll show you. It says offense 6 right there. So then you go to the card for that player, and you can see he has an I 1 through 5 and an O 6 through 10. So because it was a 6, I'm going to use the O column, which is his outside shooting column. And we're going to roll the dice. 10. And 10 is actually a missed shot. It's blank. So it's a missed shot for Michael Jordan. And we're going to look at the rebound now. The rebound's right here. Defense, power forward. And we're going to go on a fast break. So defense, power forward. We're going to go on a fast break. So that's Larry Nance starting the break. And we'll look at his fast break column. And it's a 4. And he's going to pass the ball. So we'll flip a card. And he is going to pass it to the center, Brad Daugherty. So the big man running down the court. And we're going to look at that defense. And it's going to be Cartwright again. So we're rolling on Cartwright's defense column. It's a 3. And Cartwright with another steal. So Daugherty with his second turnover. And Cartwright with his first steal. And that starts a fast break for the other team. And if we look, shooting guard is right here for fast break. So we're going to come down here to Jordan, right? Shooting guard, yep. We're going to come down to Jordan. We're going to roll his fast break category. It's an 8, and it is a foul. So he is fouled. And they're generally fouled by the defender. Although down here you can roll, and it does say foul, defensive small forward. So that's what I'm going to use. Free throw. That's free. Is that? I don't know what that FT is. So the way you assign the foul is kind of strange here. It actually says you use it right under the rebounding stuff. Well, right below that it says loose ball foul C, 1-2 home, 3-6 visitor. So I'm not really sure. Oh, it's on the center, but it could be on either team. So even though I rolled an F2 here, the foul is actually going to be a loose ball foul where I roll and see what it is. So I'm not sure who the home team is in this case. find out. Let's see. The home team in this game. No, I don't want to. I don't want to automatically go to Wikipedia when I search. I want to go to references. Basketball reference. There it is. The home team is actually Chicago here. So I'm gonna roll one die. 1 to 2 is home. 3 to 6 visitor. And it's a 1, so it's a loose ball foul on the offense, and that's going to turn the ball back over to Cleveland. I don't really know who that's on, so I'm not going to mark turnover because I don't really know what player it is. I don't have a team turnover. I probably should have created one of those, but I didn't. So that's okay. All right, so we're going to go back to Cleveland. 9:35 to go, and we're going to start with Larry Nance, the power forward. And let's see, we're going to go against, the defensive column. Every time it's a Cavalier, it's the other team's defensive column I'm rolling in. It's an 8. And that is a block. So Horace Grant blocked Larry Nance. So Nance with 1 for 2, and Horace Grant got a block. And there's a chart. There's a chart right here you can use. They don't have many charts, but there's a chart right here that comes with the instructions that you can use for blocked shots. It's kind of like the rare play chart. So I'm going to roll. I don't know what to do here. So I'm just going to roll and see what happens. It's a 7. Ball deflected out of bounds. Close call. Referee's huddle. Ball awarded to home team. Oh, big shock there. All right, so it's blocked out of bounds, and it goes to the home team. So he must have blocked it off of a Cavalier's hand or something, and that's why it goes back to Chicago. So let's go ahead and flip another card. And we got small forward, so we're going to give it to Scottie Pippen, a name we haven't heard yet. And the defense is going to be, we're going to use the offensive player 7 column. So we're going to use his outside shot column. And we're going to roll. We get a 6. And it's going to be a 3-point attempt for Scottie Pippen. Oh, he doesn't make many of them. It's 2 through 4 or an 11. So 2 and 3 and 4. That's 6 attempts. And then an 11 is, so 8 out of 36. So there's a 25% chance here. And it's a 3, and it's going to be good. So Scottie Pippen from long range. And the Bulls take an 8-2 lead early in this game. So let's flip a card. The Cavaliers actually lost their first 4 games of the season this year. So I don't have high expectations, but I still don't want to lose. All right, so we're going to go. We got a ×2 here. So Mark Price and Brad Daugherty are the only 2 players that can qualify. See, it's a ×2 or a *2. So I'm just gonna. They both have *3s or 3 asterisks. So they're 50-50 chance. So I'm just gonna roll one die. 1 through 3 is Price, and 4 through 6 is Daugherty. And it is Daugherty getting the ball. And it is going to be the defensive center. I'm sorry, it's going to be the defense who is actually. So I'm rolling on the defense. I don't think I've rolled on a Cleveland Cavaliers card yet. So we're rolling on the defense's card. Roll on Cartwright. It's a 3. It's another steal. That's his 3rd. That's Brad Daugherty's 3rd turnover. All right, game. We're starting to get into 1958 Detroit Lions 7 interceptions here. Come on. That is going to be his 2nd steal. Bulls have 4 steals already. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I must not have did the math. Is that wrong? Oh yeah, I must not have did the math correct. I'll figure that out later. All right. So it's a fast break. Fast break goes over the shooting guard. That's Michael Jordan. I expect a foul here. We have a 4, and oh, it's a missed shot. So Jordan starts out 0 for 2. Referees are going to have to huddle and start giving fouls on those. It's going to be a rebound as the defensive center, and it starts a fast break. So Daugherty with the rebound. His 2nd. And the fast break's going to go to the shooting guard. So we're going over to Craig Elo. And let's roll. Oh, and it's going to be, you roll under his fast break column. A 10. Oh, and it's a foul for him. And the foul is going to be, so it says loose ball foul, visitor power forward. Well, that's going to be Larry Nance. Wonderful. So Larry Nance with the foul. And we've got a stoppage in play, 9:25. So let's turn another card. And it's going to be the center. And we're going to use his offensive column. Big surprise. Right there. We're going to roll in his offensive column. To 5. He's going to pass. So we'll flip another card and we'll move the clock. And it's going to be now the point guard. So he passes it out to John Paxson. Hey, we're going to roll on the defensive card this time. It's Mark Price's defensive card. And it's a 6. And that's another pass. So that's pass number 2. So we're going to do this. Do this. So now it's going to the power forward. Back to Horace Grant. Or over to Horace Grant. And it's going to be on the defensive column. So it's on Larry Nance's column. His defensive column. It's a 7. And now Larry Nance gets a block shot. He returns the favor. He blocks Horace Grant. And let's go ahead and check the block chart, the block shot chart. It's a 12. It's goaltending. Oh, yeah, that's good, right? It's goaltending. I can just show you here. It says right there at the bottom, 12, goaltending. So that's going to make it good. So we'll get rid of the block. We'll give Larry Nance the bucket. And he's got all of Cleveland's 4 points. And we are at 9:15 to go. And let's flip the card. All right, it's over to the shooting guard, Craig Elo, or Michael Jordan with the ball. We're gonna go on his. He's gonna try to back down Craig Elo. Probably not that hard. And he's gonna roll, and he's gonna get a basket plus a foul, of course. And it is gonna be. It's the offensive high versus the defensive high. But what high number are we looking at here? Oh, no, that's the rebound. I'm sorry. No, that is. Yeah, that's the offensive high versus defensive high. Is there a foul number? I'm going to have to look that one up. All right, I think I used the wrong thing earlier when I was doing the foul. You're supposed to use the F2 assign. So right there is F2 assign center. So that means the basket's going to be good, and it's going to be a foul on Brad Daugherty. So Brad Daugherty not having a great game so far. And Michael Jordan's going to get the bucket, and he's going to shoot a free throw. And it is getting ugly already. So let's see. His free throw column is right here, 2 through 9 and 12. This is free throw column. So we'll roll, which means he makes most of them. It's a 3, so it's good. And that's going to make it 11-4. And we are going to get to 9:04. There's an orange thing on 9:04. So let's run this play. And then if I want to make a substitution, I can, which I do. So we're going to flip a card. Wait, did I already flip the card? No, because I used that. Oh, yeah, I did, because there's the assigned center. Oh, no, it was on Daugherty. So no, I got to flip a card. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's the point guard. So Mark Price is going to take the ball. About damn time. And we're gonna go. Of course, we're gonna go on the defensive card here. Can't roll on any of the Cavaliers' cards. It's gonna be an 8. And it's going to be a steal and a fast break. Seriously? Now, all the Cavaliers have 8 turnovers. This is out of hand a little bit here. All right, so we have a steal and a fast break. So the fast break's going to be the shooting guard. So it's going to be Jordan. So I see more fouls in my future. And it's a 6. And it's going to be a basket. So he's going to make it. Oh, wait, fast break. Oh, he's going to pass. Okay, there's a P there. So he's going to pass. Flip it again. We're 8:54 to go. And it's going to... Oh, no, we don't... Yeah, you flip it on a pass. Yeah, you flip it on a pass. So it's going to be the point guard now. Back to John Paxson. And it's the offense 1, so he's going to get inside a little bit. And it's a 7. That's a pass. So that's their second pass in this series. Flip another one. We have the shooting guard back to Jordan. And the offense is 5. So we're going to roll on Jordan's offensive card. And it's a 12. Oh, and that is a turnover. It says TO, and it's an offensive foul. Wow. Okay. Who saw that coming? So that's going to be a turnover, offensive foul. And the ball's going to go back to the Cavaliers. But before it does, I'm going to make a substitution for the Cavaliers. I'm going to take Winston Bennett out because this is kind of what they did in real life. They would play their small forward for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, and then they would take him out and they'd put Hot Rod Williams in for some reason. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put minutes down for Winston Bennett of 8:44. I'll put 4 minutes down for Bennett. I'm trying to keep track of that just so I know here. So he played 4 minutes in that series. All right, so made the substitution. And we're going to flip a card. And we've got the shooting guard, so it's back to Craig Elo. And it is, offense 8. Oh, he gets to roll on his own card. Yay. All right, we have a 7, and it's going to be a missed shot, of course. And let's see who got the rebound. Rebound is here. Any greater than 44 or team rebound home. So I don't think there's any greater than 44 under defensive rebound. Nope, there's not. So this is going to be just a team rebound. I don't have a stat for that, so I'm not going to worry about it. And let's flip a card. Now it's going to go to the power forward. So it's going to go down to Horace Grant. And we're going to use the defensive card. So we're going to use Hot Rod Williams' defensive card. And it's going to be a 2. And I almost said an 11. A 2, that's going to be a missed shot for Horace Grant. So Horace Grant misses a shot. And the rebound is team rebound home. So the Bulls get the rebound. And I guess I flip a card. Yeah, I guess I flip a card here. Because it's kind of like they're starting a new possession. So it's going to go to the small forward. That is Scottie Pippen. Roll on the defensive card. So we're rolling on Larry Nance's card. He's now playing small forward. It's a 3. And it's going to be a missed shot by Scottie Pippen. So now the bricks are flying. And the rebound here, it's going to be the offensive point guard plus 1 die versus the defensive shooting guard or point guard. Whoever has the higher numbers. The defensive shooting guard, point guard. Elo is an 11, so it's going to be the point guard with 1 die. I'm pretty sure that plus sign means roll 1 die and add it to the offensive rebound. He's a 2. So Elo is a 9, so he can't get it. We'll do it anyway, and it's a 1, so it's 3. So it's going to be Elo with the rebound. And we're going to flip a card. All right, so it's going to be the center, so it's going to go to Brad Daugherty. Offense 1, so we're going to roll on his column. Hey, it's 2 in a row. It's a 5, so he's going to get an assist. So the way this works is you have 4 players. Now, none of them say, oh man, I can't remember how this works. None of them say 2 point, right? Yeah, none of them say 2 points. So let me check that real quick. I thought I knew how that worked, but I don't. So let me check that real quick. All right, so you randomly assign it for the other 4 players, which is why I have a 4-sided die. But if the assist would have come on a 3-pointer, you look on the assist thing here of the scoring player, and if they have a 3-pointer, it was a 3-point basket. But by default, it's going to be a 2-point basket. So here we go. And it's a 2, so it's going to be Craig Elo. So Brad Daugherty gets the assist out to Elo, or gets the pass out to Elo, and he's going to make the 2-point shot. And it's going to be 11-6 now, Cleveland. We're down to 8:02. And we've got our shooting guard now for the Bulls. It's going to be Jordan. And it's going to be the defensive guard. So Elo's going to come back on defense. It's a 7. And it's going to be a missed shot again. Wow. Jordan, 1 for 4. I do like how it's working out to where like Jordan has the most shots, and he was the one that, he was obviously the best scorer, 33.6 points a game. So it kind of makes sense there. I like that. The rebound is going to go to the shooter if greater than 7 must pass. So yeah, it's greater than 7. So he's got the shooter. Wait a minute. Hang tight. Hang tight. Let me make sure I know what this rebound column is. Yeah. The it's easy for me to sit down and play an APBA football game because I've played it so many times. But playing a brand new game, kind of strange. I think the rebound column is actually the offensive shooting guard. Yeah. Yeah, so it's actually the offensive shooting guard right here. My fault. It's actually the offensive shooting guard. So that's going to be Jordan. So Jordan puts up a shot, misses, gets his own rebound. And then I think we flip now because it doesn't say fast break. So we flip. If anybody sees anything I'm doing wrong, please let me know. He's going to pass it over to the point guard, John Paxson. He's going to start the play. And it's going to be the defensive column. So it's going to be Mark Price's defense column. Probably not a good column. It's a 7, so he's going to make a basket. And he doesn't have the 2D. So yeah, John Paxson puts it up and makes it. And the assist is the power forward if his number is greater than 11. His assist number, which it's not. So no assist on that play. And now it's the Cavs ball, down 13-6. Oh, we got a star 9. Nobody is star 9 on the Cavaliers. So it's gonna be a pass. So we're gonna flip a card. We're gonna do it twice. Another pass here. Now it's going back to the point guard. It's going to Mark Price. An 11, so it's going to be on the offense 7. So that's here. It's an 11, so it's a 3-point attempt for Mark Price. So he's a 2 through 5 or 9. And it's an 8, so it's no good. So Price, no good. Rebound is offensive small forward versus defensive small forward plus. And it's going to be a fast break. So this is probably going to go to the defense. But offensive small forward is a small forward Larry Nance. Oh, he's a 13. Defensive small forward Pippen. So it's 2 dice. I don't know if it's 2 dice plus his defensive rebound number, or if it's just 2 dice. It just says dice. So it's a 3. So it's gonna go to Larry Nance, I think. So he gets an offensive rebound, and then it starts a fast break. So point guard. So back to Mark Price. And offense 7. So we're going to look in the same column as we did a minute ago. So he kicks it back out to Mark Price. It's a 10, and he's going to miss the shot. So Mark Price not having a great start to this game. Rebound. And I guess we use the same. Are we stuck in a loop here? So it's an 8. The offensive small forward was a 13. No, he was a defense. Oh, he's a 15. So it's Pippen. I wonder if I did that wrong last time. Oh no, small forward. Yeah, I might have done that wrong last time. All right, so it's going to be the defense now, and he's going to start a fast break. So Scottie Pippen starts a fast break. He gets the rebound. And he kicks it out to the point guard. That's John Paxson. And we're gonna roll. I think you roll. I think you just go with the offense 7. So he's gonna shoot there. So he's gonna shoot an outside shot. It's a 6. He's gonna pass. Finally. So 7:42. I know I'm doing some of these things wrong, but that's okay. So it's gonna kick it out to Jordan. And so Jordan's gonna go inside. He's gonna back down Elo. 5, and he is gonna get an assist on the play. So who's our 4 players? So these are our 4 players. So we'll randomly pick one. It's a 2. Like, oh yeah, it would be Pippen. Pippen does not have a 3-point by his assist column. So he is going to make a basket, and Jordan's going to get the assist. Okay. Figuring it out. I think it's a little clunky, but I think that's because I'm pausing to do stats. I need a better way to do stats. And I'm not sure what that is yet. This is not it. And I think if I wasn't doing this, it would flow a little bit better. But we're going to keep going here. Down to 752. And it's going to be the point guard. So Mark Price is going to start the play. And we're going to use a defensive, John Paxson's defensive column. And we have a 9. And that is going to be a pass. So Price is going to pass it. And he's going to kick it over to a star 4, which we don't have. So we're going to have another pass on the play. It's going to go to the center. So it's going to go over to Brad Daugherty. And he's going to back down Bill Cartwright. We're going to use Cartwright's D column for a 10. And he's going to pass it. So now Daugherty's going to force one up. 3 through 6 is what we need for a basket here. And it is an 8. So it's going to be no good. So the Cavs not getting much here. And the rebound is going to go to, oh man, it's such a, look at this. Look at this if then else statement. Holy cow. All right, so it's going to be offensive shooting guard or point guard greater than 12. So that would be Price or Elo. Nope. Or defensive shooting guard point guard. And I believe that's going to be Jordan with the highest number. So he's going to grab his second rebound. So he's already got 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it is going to go now to the center. Oh, it's going to go to the, it's not a fast break, so we flip a card. Down to 742. So this game does take a little bit of time. Does take some time. I'm not going to be able to play this. I'm only in the first quarter, so I don't know what I'm going to do about making videos here, but we'll keep going. It's going to go over to John Paxson. And we're going to use Mark Price's defensive card or column. So it's a 12, so it's a basket. So he makes a basket. We check for an assist. We got the small forward if assist is greater than 4, and it is. So Paxson's now 2 for 3. Did the Bulls win the championship that year? And it's going to be Pippen with the assist. And it's 17-6, guys. It's not going well for my Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, so let's flip a card. Hoping for that run. Hoping for Mark Price to get hot. He's got 0. He's got 1 assist so far. 7:31 to go in the first quarter. And we're going to start with Brad Daugherty, center. And it's going to be the defensive small forwards card. So for whatever reason, Pippen, they must have switched. Pick and roll. Price was great at that. They switched. Pippen's now on, well, I guess it wouldn't be Pippen, but who cares? Pippen's now on Daugherty. So we're going to roll in Pippen's defensive category, or column. It's a 10, so it's a basket. So Daugherty makes a shot over him. And is there an assist? The assist is to the power forward as long as he's more than 12. And he is not, so no assist on the play. And the Bulls take the ball out. And we have a star 1. So that could be Jordan or Pippen are the only 2. So we'll roll 1 die. 1 through 5 is Jordan. And it is a 4. So Jordan's going to take it. And we're going to roll in his offensive 2. So again, he's going to try to back down Craig Elo. 3. It's going to be a missed shot. So Jordan's 1 for 5 in this game. That's pretty amazing. Our rebound is going to be defensive, the high number on the defensive rebound. He's going to start a fast break. So that's going to be Daugherty with the rebound. His third. He's going to start a fast break, starting with the power forward. So he's going to pass it out to Hot Rod Williams. Can't believe that guy's starting a fast break, but let's roll. It's a 12, so he's going to pass it. Thank God. And let's flip a card and do our time. So he's going to go over to the power. Oh, he is the power forward. So I don't know what to do about that. I think I'm just going to roll one of the other 4 players. I'm not sure what to do about that. And he's going to pass it to Craig Elo. And we're going to use the offense 2. So Elo's going to now go underneath. He's going to try to make a layup here, I think. And it is a 3, and he's going to pass it. So he's going to pass it back out to Larry Nance, the small forward. We're going to use Scottie Pippen's defensive column. It's a 5. And he is going to get fouled, but it's a non-shooting foul. The foul's going to be on assign. Oh, the defender. So it's going to be on Pippen. Whoops. So the foul's going to be on Pippen. All right, so let's start the next possession or play. And we have a shooting guard. That's going to be Elo. Elo's starting the play. We're going to use his offense 8, so he's going to take it outside. And we roll a 9. He's going to get an assist, so somebody's going to get a basket. Let's see who it is. He's going to pass it over to Mark Price, and Mark Price is going to make a long 2-point shot. Finally. It's the only reason I'm here. And Elo with the assist, and it's going to make it 17-10 now as the Cavaliers try to get back into this game. And we'll flip it. We're going to start with Bill Cartwright. Offense 6. So Cartwright's going to back down Brad Daugherty. The 9, and he's going to make the basket. Our assist goes to our shooting guard as long as his assist rating is higher than 10, and it is. So Jordan with the assist. So Cartwright 2 for 2. Jordan with his 3rd assist in the game, and that's going to make it 19-10. And let's take a look at some of these players here. So Cartwright only plays 30 minutes per game. So at the next, let's look at some of these players here. Most of these players play 30 to 35. Paxson doesn't. So Paxson might come out soon. He's played about 5 minutes so far, so I'll keep him in a little bit longer. Grant, yeah, I think I'm gonna take out Cartwright at the next orange spot on the scorecard, and we'll see who the next. I think they have don't they have Will Purdue? I think is who they have. So we'll take a look here. All right, so let's start the next play. It's going to be for Cleveland. Power forward. Or did I already do that? Yeah, I think this is the next play. It's going to be Daugherty. Yeah, it's going to be Daugherty. So Daugherty, and it's going to be against the offense 6. So we're going to roll in on his inside column. It's a 7, and he's going to miss the shot. And the rebound is going to go to the center. Actually, it's offense. Okay, offense, center, or power forward greater than 20. So offensive rebound for the center or the power forward. So neither of them are greater than 20 or the defensive center. So Cartwright gets the rebound. And it's not a fast break, so we'll flip a card. It's going to go to the power forward. So Horace Grant's going to start this play. It's going to be, we're going to roll on Hot Rod Williams' defensive column. It's a 3, so he's going to pass. And we're going to pass it over to the small forward, Scottie Pippen. We're going to roll on Larry Nance's defensive column. And it's a 2. So it's going to be a 3-point attempt or a pass. So it's a 3-point attempt because he doesn't have the 3D down here in his his outside shooting column. So it's a 2 through 4 or an 11 to make a 3-pointer for Scottie Pippen. It's an 8, so it's going to be no good. And the rebound is going to go to the defense, small forward, shooting guard, or point guard. And I'm going to go with the highest rating, and it's a fast break. So it's going to be Brad Daugherty, who's going to start it. He's going to pass it out to Price. Daugherty with his 4th rebound to go with his 3 turnovers. He's going to pass it out to Mark Price. The fast break is going to be the point guard. And the defense, it's going to be the defensive column. So it's going to be John Paxson's column. It's a 4. So it's a 3-point attempt. So Mark Price is going to stop at the line, fire up a 3, 10. And it's going to be good. Wow, it was a 2 through 6 or a 10, and I rolled a 10. So the 3-pointer's good, and the assist goes to the center. As long as his assist is greater than 5, and Brad Daugherty's definitely is. So that's going to be his 2nd assist. Price now 1 for 2. It's going to be 19-13 now. So they're coming back. Making a comeback here. So we'll start the next play. We'll flip a card. Oh, it's going to be a star 1. Again, it's just Pippen and Jordan. So if I roll a 6, it's Pippen. It's going to be Jordan. So Jordan starts this play. And it's going to be, he's going to back down Elo, or he's going to try to dribble inside. It's a 5. He gets an assist, so somebody scored. Let's see who it was. It was. Is that a 1? So he's going to throw it out to John Paxson. Michael Jordan gets his 4th assist of the game. Paxson's got 9 points. Look at John Paxson. He averaged 10 during the season. Let's make it 21-13 Chicago. Flip the card, move our clock. And starting this play is going to be Larry Nance at small forward. It's going to go in the defense's column. So we're going Pippen's column. And it's an 11. And that's going to be a pass. So Larry Nance is going to pass it. Going to pass it over to Brad Daugherty. And Daugherty now try to back down Bill Cartwright. 8. And he's going to get fouled. And it's a loose ball foul on the offense. Seriously? Oh no, wait. F2 assigned to the point guard. Okay, so that's different. So you when it's a foul 2. So here, let me just put some stuff up here. I think this is how it works. You see, he has an F2. Where'd it go? Wait, what did I do here? So it was it's Daugherty's inside column. So I rolled an 11, I think. Yeah, or an 8. So you can see there's an F2 there at 8. So then looking at this card, you've got loose ball foul offense. I believe that's for F1 for foul 1. But right here, you've got F2 assigned to the point guard. So that's going to be a foul on John Paxson. And it's going to be a shooting foul. I might have done that incorrectly earlier. But again, I don't go back and correct things. So it's going to be a 2-shot foul for Daugherty. And looking at his free throws, 2 through 7 and 9 are good. The first one is an 8. It's no good. Wonderful. Second one is a 4. It's going to be good. So Daugherty makes 1 of 2. And it's going to be 21-14. Daugherty with 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 turnovers. And we are going to start the next possession. I'm getting the hang of this. We're going to start with Bill Cartwright. And we're going to use Brad Daugherty's defensive column. The 7. And he is going to make the basket. So that's going to be good. Any assists on it? Assist goes to the small forward if he has more than 3. And Scottie Pippen certainly does. So that was easy. So Cartwright, that big weird shot he had. Pippen now with his 3rd assist. And it's going to be 23-14. And we are down to 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Chicago has 23 points halfway through the first quarter. That doesn't seem right either, but that's okay. Maybe I'm just playing it wrong. I don't know yet. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go here. We're going to go with a star 6. Nobody. Nope, so we're going to have a pass. With the power forward, so the ball's going to get thrown over to Hot Rod Williams. And we're going to use his offensive 10. So he's on the outside. He has a lot of missed shots from the outside. So let's see what happens here. It's a 4, and that is going to be a missed shot. So he tried a jump shot. Too far out of his range. Rebound is offensive C, center greater than 16, which it's not, or the defensive center. So Bill Cartwright comes down with the rebound. Yep, Bill Cartwright with the rebound. No fast break, so we flip a card. 6:29 to go. It's going to be the small forwards. That's Pippen. And then it's going to be the defense. We're going to use Larry Nance's defense column. And that's an 11, so it's a foul. It's an F1. So in this case, I believe we use the home team center. So is that an offensive foul? Free throw. I believe. I'm going to have to look up the F1, F2 thing just to make sure I'm doing that right. But I believe that's a foul on Cartwright. So that's an offensive foul. It's his first. And that's going to turn it over. 6:19. So now we're going to go with a times 10. There's no Wilt Chamberlain, I guess, is like the only times, or asterisk 10, I'm sorry. So we're going to pass it again for the Cavaliers. It's going to go over the small forward. That's going to be Larry Nance. And we're going to go with his offense. Oh, he's going to shoot from the outside for some odd reason. No, he could shoot, though. 8, and 8 is no good. So he's going to miss the shot. Your rebound is offensive power forward versus defensive power forward plus 1 die. Or plus 1 die. So I think I am supposed to add it to his actual rating. So the power forward is John Hot Rod Williams. His is a 13. And the defensive rebound is a 17 for Horace Grant. So it doesn't matter what I get. Horace Grant's going to get the rebound. It's going to start a fast break. So that's the point guard. So it's going to go to Paxson. And it's an 8. Oh, I don't know why I need to shoot here. So it's going to be offense 10. So that's why. So it's an 8. So he's going to pass. I don't know why I keep rolling dice. There we go. Times 3. Jordan's the only times 3. So he's going to pass it to Jordan. Offense 1, so Jordan's going to try, get underneath a little bit. Tongues out, and he shoots, and he misses. Jordan is now 1 for 6. I mean, that does make me happy a little bit. So let's check the rebound. Offensive small forward versus defensive small forward plus. So his offense is an 8. Larry Nance is a 17. So it's going to go to Nance. And no fast break, so let's go ahead and flip a card. We're at the 6-minute mark. It's a times 3, so it's Mark Price. Oh no, Doherty has one too, so let's roll 1 die. And it's going to be Price. And he's going to go up. We're going to use the defensive card. And it's an 8. And it's a turnover. It's going to be a steal and a fast break. So Price with his second turnover. John Paxson with a steal. And it's going to be a fast break. It's going to go out to the shooting guard, which is Jordan. I don't know why I keep doing that. Defense, we're going to go against Craig Elo's defensive column. And it is an 8, and an 8 is a missed shot. So Jordan, 1 for 7 now. And the rebound is going to be the offensive power forward greater than 16. And is he? He is not. Or the defensive power forward. So it's going to be Horace Grant. Another rebound. And did it start a fast break? Nope. So we'll move the clock. We'll go times 7. There are no times 7 on the Bulls. Or I keep saying times. It's an asterisk. Asterisk? 7. So we're going to pass it. 5:38 now to go. We have a times 5. That's going to be Jordan. I keep rolling the dice. So we're going to use Craig Elo's defensive card. It's a 4. It's a foul. So it's a loose ball foul on the Cavaliers. And that is going to be... I'm not sure what that's going to be. F1. I got to really look up the F1 versus F2. So it's a loose ball foul. So I'm just going to have him take it out of bounds because I'm really not sure what to do there. So let's flip a card. Bulls have it. So we're going to go to Bill Cartwright. And the offense 5. So he's going to try to back somebody down. 5. He's going to pass the ball. He's going to pass it to the power forward, Horace Grant. We'll use the defensive card. 10 is a missed shot. So Horace Grant puts up a shot. He's 0 for 3. And the rebound is going to be the offensive small forward. So Pippen gets the rebound. I know they're random cards, but man, the Cavaliers can't catch a break here. And we're going to flip it. And it's going to go to the center. We're going to use his offensive 3. So that's a 9. And he makes the basket. And the assist comes from the power forward. As long as they're greater than 17, they are not. So Cartwright makes the basket. And he is 4 for 4 shooting. I'm going to have to watch some more videos just to make sure that I'm doing this right. And we're down to 4:56. And I think I'm going to call it a video right here. I got to assemble this thing and make sure I know what I'm doing. I'm going to watch some more videos on this tonight just to see if I have any idea if I'm doing anything right or wrong. And if you see anything, please let me know. I do like this. Again, keeping stats for me is a little clunky, so maybe I shouldn't do it, but I really like stats. I like knowing that Mark Price has 5 points and an assist right now. And I'll see you in the next one. It's either going to be more of this or it's going to be football. Who knows?